The sights and sounds of a model railroad. For many, the image brings back happy childhood memories of past holidays. But for the members of the Ocean County Society of Model Railroaders, the memories are still being made.
The club started in 1987 as a modular display. In other words, 4-foot sections that were put together to take around. It started out at the AMCO station on Route 88. 1992, they moved down to this building. It was a coal bin. So the club came in, it was before my time, did all the wiring, put all the walls up, straightened out the ceiling, and we've been building ever since.
My big contribution here was building the layout, and that's kind of what I like to do. I don't get into the detail items, you know, like detailing buildings or building scale models or things like that. Though I have done that. It's nice to have the shows because I love to show the trains off to the children, and we're all kids at heart.
For nearly a quarter century, the members of the Ocean County Society of Model Railroaders have built, rebuilt, and expanded literally miles of model tracks and intricate displays. Every display is meticulously planned and designed to look real and inspire the imagination.
Hello, my name is Frank Parco. I'm a member here. I'm one of the oldest members and the longest longevity people here in this club. And as you can see, my job is pretty much what it's always been, a sweeper. I sweep the streets, the buildings, I dust off the vehicles. I also enjoy putting in little people, just like us, doing things. You'll see people greeting their relatives, their friends, arriving on the trains, waiting for a trolley at one of the stops, crossing the street, a sanitation worker, just like me, sweeping. There are some World War II soldiers waiting for a train, a man reading a newspaper, and just about any kind of activity that we do, I like to put on the layout. Down here, around the corner, there's a wedding going on. You know, that couple's been getting married for, my gosh, over 20 years now. They never left the church. We have a terminal behind me, which is a replica of Hoboken Terminal, which is one of the last ferry railroad terminals in the metropolitan area. There used to be quite a few, but Hoboken is probably the last of its kind.
We can create our own world. We can get away from the outside world. We can create fantasy. We can be scale modelers if we want. We can have things that are not scale. For example, behind me you see a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer train. It never existed in real life, but it does in my world.
With 2 permanent layouts that stay in the basement of the All Saints Episcopal Church in Lakewood, and 4 portable layouts which are brought out into the community for special events and the holidays, these dedicated model engineers construct and run their railroads not only for their own enjoyment, but for others to see and enjoy as well.
I find it fascinating to look at the real younger generation. We're talking to ones who are under 5 years old, and they just love them. And we've had situations when we've been at some of the shows where their parents had to pull the children away, literally kicking and screaming.
It's amazing. Kids nowadays are used to television, they're used to computer games, but they're not used to seeing something in person, something that actually exists in real life. They come down here, they see the trains running, they push the buttons, and they're fascinated. Thomas the Tank Engine has been a great help in bringing the younger generation into model railroading and trains. Probably my favorite train. I own 45 engines and I don't know how many cars. If my wife sees this, I'm going to be in trouble.
Is there anything else you want to tell us?
Just that we welcome new members, and if you got a chance, come on down to our open house.
Do you have any women?
No.
Is it an all-male club?
Well, we call it a wife-free zone, but that's beside the point.
The society is always open to novice and experienced model railroaders and welcomes inquiries from the community. So no matter what your age, this holiday season is the perfect time to dust off your old toy train set and bring back childhood memories. Or create new memories for you and your grandchildren by starting your first model train. From All Saints Episcopal Church, I'm Dom Alagia.